When The Godfather premiered in 1972, it not only redefined the gangster genre, but also elevated its cast into cinematic legends. Behind the timeless performances and enduring fame, however, many of the film's actors faced difficult struggles far removed from the screen. From untimely deaths and personal tragedies to battles with health issues, addiction, or career setbacks, their lives reflect a poignant contrast to the glamour and power portrayed in Francis Ford Coppola's masterpiece. As we look back in 2025, the real-life stories of the Godfather cast reveal as much heartbreak as brilliance, reminding us that even icons of film history are not immune to life's deepest hardships. In The Godfather 1972, at age 48, Marlon Brando delivered a career-defining performance as Don Vito Corleone, the venerable head of a mafia dynasty. Brando embodied the character with quiet authority, razor-sharp intelligence, and a profound emotional depth. His portrayal blended menace and warmth, humor and vulnerability, making Don Vito both feared and revered. This landmark role not only secured Brando an Academy Award, but redefined cinematic power, cementing his status as an enduring screen icon. Yet behind the acclaim, Brando's life was steeped in hardship and complexity. Born into a struggling family in Omaha, he endured a harsh father and a childhood marked by poverty. These early challenges shaped his unique approach to acting, concealing sensitivity beneath raw intensity. Before fame, Brando faced repeated rejection, failed projects, and clashes with Hollywood over creative control. Known for his eccentricity, he often refused to memorize lines, improvising in ways that unsettled directors and co-stars alike. His personal life was equally turbulent: multiple failed marriages, devastating family tragedies, and financial instability fueled by lavish spending. His career was not without controversy, including the troubled production of One-Eyed Jacks and a public feud with Paramount that led him to decline subsequent Godfather installments. Brando passed away on July 1, 2004, in Los Angeles at age 80, after battling respiratory failure, diabetes, and congestive heart failure. While his financial legacy amounted to roughly $21 million, his artistic influence remains immeasurable, an enduring testament to one of cinema's greatest legends. In The Godfather 1972, at age 39, Richard S. Castellano left an indelible mark as Peter Clemenza, a loyal and seasoned mobster. Castellano infused the character with warmth, calm authority, streetwise intelligence, and natural humor, making Clemenza one of the film's most beloved figures. His inspired improvisations, most famously, the line "Leave the gun, take the cannoli," added depth and authenticity, showcasing his ability to merge gritty realism with cinematic artistry. Outside the frame, Castellano's life was defined by a series of highs and lows. Born in the Bronx to a working-class Italian family, he grew up in poverty amid the shadow of crime. As the nephew of notorious mob boss Paul Castellano, his intimate perspective of the underworld informed his performances, but came with personal cost. Professionally, he was known for his stubbornness, often clashing with producers and colleagues over character direction disputes that led to his removal from The Godfather Part 2. This setback left him bitter and increasingly detached from the industry. His personal life was fraught with challenges, fractured family ties, rumors of criminal associations, and the grief of losing loved ones. Frequently typecast in gangster roles, he faced limited opportunities, modest financial returns, and the pressure of preserving authenticity in an industry that prized glamour. Castellano died of a heart attack on December 10, 1988 in New York at age 55, leaving an estate of under $1 million. Yet his portrayal of Clemenza transcended his career, becoming an enduring emblem of humanity, humor, and authenticity, a permanent part of The Godfather's legacy. In The Godfather 1972, at age 32, James Caan delivered a powerhouse performance as Sonny Corleone, the impulsive and fiercely loyal eldest son of the Corleone family. Charged with charisma, raw emotion, and unrelenting aggression, Caan's portrayal brought Sonny to life as both a volatile and unforgettable figure, shaping pivotal moments in the film's narrative. Off-screen, Caan's life mirrored the turbulence of his most iconic role. Born to a poor immigrant family in New York, His childhood was shaped by hardship, a lack of affection, and an uncompromising environment forces that forged his combative and stubborn nature. His career journey was marked by struggles, rejection, typecasting, and personal battles to find his place in Hollywood. Khan's intense temperament won admiration, but often strained his professional relationships. The 1980s brought a stormy chapter, including addiction, a 5-year acting hiatus, and legal troubles, including a 1994 arrest. His personal life was marked by multiple marriages, divorces, and complex family dynamics. Despite setbacks, including the commercial failure of Circle of Two, Khan's talent ensured his enduring relevance. In later years, he continued contributing to the arts despite declining health and public scrutiny. James Caan passed away on July 6, 2022, at age 82 from a heart attack related to coronary artery disease. Leaving an estimated net worth of $20 million, his life was a blend of brilliance and hardship, a legacy intertwined with both triumph and tragedy. In The Godfather 1972, at age 56, Sterling Hayden delivered a striking performance as Captain McCluskey, the corrupt and brutal police captain, a chilling embodiment of moral decay within the American justice system. Towering at 6'4", 1.93 with a deep baritone voice and a penetrating cold gaze, Hayden imbued McCluskey with an imposing presence that made audiences acutely aware of the blurred line between law and organized crime. Though McCluskey appears in only a few scenes, Hayden's portrayal left an indelible mark on the film's narrative. Off-screen, Hayden's life was as turbulent and layered as the characters he played. Born into a troubled family with a strict and sometimes cruel father, he sought refuge at sea, building a career in the Merchant Marine before serving as a decorated U.S. Navy officer in World War II. His service in the OSS, a precursor to the CIA, shaped a lifelong spirit of independence, defiance, and adventure. Though Hollywood brought him fame, Hayden regarded it as artificial, often abandoning film sets to sail the open sea. Politically outspoken, he once joined the Communist Party before testifying before the House Un-American Activities Committee, a decision he later deeply regretted, which estranged him from many colleagues. Beneath his rugged exterior, Hayden struggled with alcoholism, depression, volatile behavior on set, and strained personal relationships. Multiple marriages ended in discord, and he admitted feeling a stronger connection to the sea than to his family. Even as his health declined in the 1980s, Hayden poured his wealth and passion into maritime pursuits. He died on May 23, 1986, of prostate cancer at age 70, leaving a modest estate of under $1 million, much of it spent on his voyages. His life, much like McCluskey's, stood as a testament to the interplay of strength, tragedy, and irreconcilable contradictions, securing a cinematic legacy that remains haunting and unforgettable. In The Godfather 1972, at age 62, Richard Conte delivered a commanding performance as Don Emilio Barsini, the ruthless and calculating rival to the Corleone family. Conte brought to Barzini a blend of cold intellect and quiet menace, crafting a villain both terrifying and magnetic. His nuanced portrayal made Barzini an enduring figure in the pantheon of cinematic gangster archetypes. Conte's real life was shaped by similar contradictions. Born in 1910 into a poor Italian immigrant family in New York, he grew up in hardship marked by taunting and emotional deprivation. This upbringing forged his commanding presence, a hallmark of the gritty, tough characters that would define his career. Renowned for his work in noir and crime films, Conte was known to be exacting and sometimes contentious, frequently clashing with directors over his artistic vision. A pivotal disappointment in his career came when he was considered for the role of Vito Corleone, only to lose it to Marlon Brando. Though it left lingering resentment, Conte channeled his talent into Barzini, creating one of cinema's most memorable villains. His personal life was no less turbulent, marked by complicated relationships, rumors of affairs, and estrangement from family. Battling health issues related to smoking and stress, Conte died of a heart attack on April 15, 1975, at age 65, leaving an estate of about $5 million, earned over decades of work in Hollywood and Europe. His legacy endures as that of a strong, enigmatic actor who indelibly shaped the cinematic image of the mafia boss. In The Godfather 1972, at age 65, John Marley delivered a haunting performance as Jack Woltz, the proud and arrogant Hollywood mogul who becomes the victim of one of cinema's most iconic and chilling moments, the horse's head in the bed. Marley brought to Waltz a rare balance of vanity, pride, and vulnerability, embodying a man who seemed to command absolute power, yet was powerless before forces beyond his control. His performance transformed Waltz into one of the Godfather's most memorable and unsettling figures. Marley's life reflected a similar depth and complexity. Born in 1907 into a harsh and emotionally deprived family, he learned early to mask insecurity with quiet authority, a trait that enriched his stage and screen work. His career spanned theater, film, and television, defined by dedication and an uncompromising approach to craft. Yet Marley faced disappointment when overlooked for major roles, and his perfectionism sometimes led to creative conflicts with directors. Privately, he was reserved, avoiding scandal, though his personal life included stormy marriages and whispered affairs. His introverted nature and meticulousness occasionally isolated him within the acting community, but also allowed him to deliver performances of remarkable subtlety and authenticity. Battling chronic health issues later in life, Marley balanced artistic commitment with personal struggle. John Marley died on May 22, 1984, at age 76 from complications following open-heart surgery. He left an estate valued at under $1 million, reflecting a life devoted more to artistry than to wealth. His legacy, especially through his portrayal of Jack Waltz, endures as a testament to a deeply dedicated actor whose craft left a lasting imprint on cinematic history. In The Godfather, 1972, at age 44, Alighieri delivered a striking and unforgettable performance as Virgil, the Turk Sollozzo, a cold, calculating villain whose presence radiated menace through every gesture and glance. His portrayal stood out for its authenticity and intensity, reflecting the turbulence of his own life. Born February 24, 1928 in Brooklyn, Lettieri grew up in a working-class family facing poverty, familial strain, and social prejudice against Italian Americans. His slender build and volatile temperament made him a target for teasing, forcing him to conceal fear and ambition behind a hardened exterior qualities that would later define his most memorable villainous roles. Lettieri's career was as intense as it was turbulent. Celebrated for his realism and energy, he was also notorious for his fiery temperament, often clashing with directors and co-stars, with rumors of backstage altercations adding to his aura. His family connection to Pasquale Eboli, brother of mafia boss Thomas Eboli, lent him a dangerous allure in Hollywood circles. Off-screen, his life was marked by brief relationships, whispered rumors of affairs, and a penchant for risk-taking. Despite often being typecast, Lettieri remained devoted to his craft, famously introducing Al Pacino to the real mafia to ensure authenticity in performance. Tragically, at the peak of his career, Lettieri died of a heart attack on October 18, 1975, at the age of 47. Leaving an estate worth less than $500,000, his short but explosive film legacy captured the darkness, brutality, and inner turmoil he so vividly brought to life on screen. In The Godfather, 1972, at age 60, Rudy Bond made a quiet but lasting impact as Don Carmine Cuneo, contributing depth and authenticity to the scheming world of the Corleone family. Though a supporting role, Bond's performance resonated with gravitas and understated intensity. Born October 10, 1912 in Philadelphia, Bond's childhood was shaped by poverty, strict discipline, and social isolation. These experiences instilled self-reliance and a habit of concealing vulnerability, traits that became the foundation of his powerful acting style. A World War II veteran and a familiar face on Broadway, Bond's career was filled with both acclaim and hardship. Praised for his dedication, he also faced frequent unemployment, canceled productions, and typecasting in supporting roles, which left him frustrated and introspective. His private life was quietly challenging, with long tours, straining his marriage to psychologist and author Alma Halbert, and deep grief over the loss of close friends in the theater world. On set, Bond's uncompromising dedication earned respect, though occasionally causing conflict. His greatest professional regret was that his roles rarely explored the full depth of his talent. On March 29, 1982, at age 69, Bond died suddenly of a heart attack outside a theater, where he was preparing to portray Babe Ruth, a poignant and symbolic end to a life devoted to art. Leaving a modest estate of between $300,000 and $500,000, Bond's legacy stands as proof that character actors can leave an unforgettable mark on both film and theater. In The Godfather 1972 at age 51, Abe Vigoda delivered a masterful performance as Salvatore Tessio, a man of contradictions, outwardly a loyal and seasoned consigliere, yet harboring the seeds of betrayal that lead to his downfall. Vigoda's subtle portrayal conveyed quiet menace, weathered experience, and the sorrow of moral collapse, creating one of the film's most enduring and complex characters. Born February 24, 1921 in Brooklyn, Vigoda grew up in poverty with family instability and social exclusion shaping his life. These experiences gave him the ability to mask insecurity behind toughness, nurturing the inner depth that defined his acting career. Despite his talents, he was often limited by typecasting in gangster or supporting roles constraining both his creative and financial potential. Known for his sharp wit and occasional abrasiveness, Vigoda sometimes clashed with colleagues, adding to his reputation as a formidable and unforgettable presence, both on and off screen. Off-screen, Vigoda gained unexpected fame as the subject of repeated death hoaxes, a curious phenomenon that added to his mystique. While he avoided scandal, he struggled privately with gambling criticism and loneliness, maintaining quiet dignity and dedication to his craft. After decades of work in film, television, and voice acting, Abe Vigoda passed away peacefully in his sleep on January 26, 2016, at age 94. Leaving a net worth of about $7 million, his legacy is one of enduring presence, quiet mastery, and a lifetime devoted to art beyond Hollywood's glare. In The Godfather 1972, at age 44, Al Martino brought Johnny Fontane to life, a charming yet wounded crooner whose career was intertwined with the shadowy power of the mafia. His portrayal captured a blend of talent, desperation, and ambition, reflecting whispers and rumors about Martino's own life. Born October 7, 1927, in Philadelphia to a poor Italian immigrant family, Martino grew up amid economic hardship, social prejudice, and personal insecurity. These early challenges forged an inner strength that propelled him toward the stage and screen. His career was marked by both triumph and controversy. It was alleged that he paid $75,000 to the mafia to secure a management contract, a connection that helped him reclaim the role of Johnny Fontane after it was initially given to Vic Damone, a striking example of the blurred line between artistic glory and organized crime. Off-screen, Martino's life was turbulent. He navigated brief relationships, financial disputes, and a constant struggle between creative ambition and studio control, while mourning the loss of a sibling in adulthood. Though he achieved success with hits such as Here in My Heart in Spanish Eyes, his career was often stalled by contractual disputes and industry conflict. Martino passed away on October 13, 2009, at the age of 82 from a heart attack, leaving an estate of about $1.5 million, a modest sum compared to a life filled with both achievement and danger. His legacy endures as a unique testament to the fine line between Hollywood glamour and the shadowed influence of the mafia, where art, scandal, and tragedy converge. In The Godfather 1972, at age 41, Robert Duvall embodied Tom Hagen, a calm, rational, and loyal consigliere who stood as the stabilizing force within the Corleone family. With measured poise, strategic intelligence, and unwavering loyalty, Hagen became both a moral compass and a tactician, a role that secured Duvall's place in cinema history. Born January 5, 1931 in San Diego, California, Duvall's early years were marked by adversity. His parents' troubled marriage, financial hardship during the Great Depression, and frequent relocations that left him feeling isolated. These experiences shaped his introspective and reserved personality qualities that would inform his craft. Duvall's career was defined by highs and lows. Despite his talent, he faced professional setbacks, financial instability, and creative disputes, most notably his refusal to appear in The Godfather Part 3 over salary disagreements, sparking controversy among fans. His personal life was equally complex, marked by 4 marriages rumors and the challenge of maintaining stability. He never had children. Despite loneliness and the pressures of fame, Duvall returned to stage and screen with unwavering dedication. At age 94, with an estimated net worth of $60 million, he remains a model of resilience. His legacy stands as proof of a devoted artist who overcame adversity to become one of the most versatile and respected actors in cinematic history, supported by his charitable work through the Robert Duvall Children's Fund. In The Godfather 1972, at age 32, Al Pacino transformed into Michael Corleone, a reluctant outsider whose journey to ruthless mafia don't redefine the modern cinematic villain. Pacino's methodical immersion, icy gaze, and nuanced portrayal of moral ambiguity made Michael an enduring symbol of power's perilous allure. Born April 25, 1940, in East Harlem, New York, Pacino's early life was shaped by instability and hardship. The son of an amateur boxer and a mother with mental health struggles, he endured poverty, neglect, and bullying. From an early age, he learned to conceal vulnerability behind a hardened exterior. Pacino's road to Hollywood was arduous. Struggling with minor stage roles and repeated rejections, he nearly lost the role of Michael Corleone due to his lack of film experience. Yet he overcame industry doubts and pressure to deliver one of the greatest performances in film history. Off-screen, his life mirrored the intensity of his roles. Never married, Pacino fathered 4 children from various relationships, including high-profile romances with Diane Keaton and Beverly D'Angelo. He endured intense media scrutiny, personal battles with alcohol and depression, and a reputation for being demanding on set. Yet his resilience and strategic choices sustained his career, cementing him as a living Hollywood legend. At age 85, with an estimated net worth of $120 million, Pacino stands not only as an actor, but as a cultural icon, a man who transformed personal tragedy and professional struggle into an enduring artistic legacy, both mysterious and magnetic. In The Godfather 1972, at age 26, Diane Keaton brought to life Kay Adams, a character embodying innocence tempered by moral strength, serving as both a foil to Michael Corleone's calculated moral decline and the audience's voice of conscience. Kay's presence revealed the human cost of power, ambition, and loyalty, offering a deeply tragic perspective on the Corleone family's world. Born January 8, 1946 in Los Angeles, Keaton grew up facing personal and financial struggles. Her childhood was shaped by an anxious mother and a father who was often absent or critical, coupled with ridicule for her tomboy style. These experiences forged a strong, independent spirit and an enigmatic presence that would later define her career. Keaton's path to success was not without hardship. She endured countless failed auditions, faced gender bias, and was typecast in quirky roles. A notable disappointment being overlooked for a major lead fueled both frustration and determination, strengthening her resolve for artistic and financial control. Her personal life mirrored her professional journey. Her public relationship with Al Pacino during and after the Godfather series ended in tension, yet she moved forward by adopting and raising 2 children independently, challenging Hollywood's expectations of women. At age 79, Diane Keaton has an estimated net worth of $100 million built through acting, screenwriting, and savvy real estate investments, a testament to her ability to transform hardship into resilience, establishing her as a living icon of artistry and endurance. In The Godfather 1972, at age 28, Johnny Russo embodied Carlo Rizzi, a scheming yet vulnerable figure drawn into the ruthless whirlpool of the Corleone family. His performance brought depth to a character defined by manipulation, ambition, and tragedy. Born December 12, 1943 in Manhattan, Russo's childhood was shaped by survival against adversity. Having endured polio, poverty, abandonment, and exposure to crime, Russo brought an authenticity to his role steeped in lived experience. His life reflected Carlo's tension and volatility, marked by claims of mafia ties, survival through 23 federal indictments, and a reputation for unpredictability on set. While Russo gained recognition for his gangster roles, typecasting limited his artistic range. Off-screen, his life was equally dramatic, with rumored romances involving Marilyn Monroe and Liza Minnelli, fathering 11 children with 10 women, and cultivating a public persona through ventures such as nightclubs, a wine label, and his memoir, Godfather of Hollywood. Despite professional and personal storms, Russo embraced his notoriety. At age 81, he had an estimated net worth of $4 million, a testament to a life and career that intertwined glamour, controversy, and survival. In The Godfather 1972, at age 26, Talia Shire portrayed Connie Corleone, a character blending youthful vulnerability with a simmering intensity, capturing the tragic evolution of a woman drawn into the pressures, betrayals, and compromises of the Corleone Empire. Connie embodied both fragility and resilience, a woman shaped by the corrosive demands of power. Born April 25, 1946, in Lake Success, New Yorkshire's early life was marked by emotional and financial hardship. An emotionally distant father struggling with financial instability and a mother battling depression left her with both material and emotional deprivation, forging resilience but also shaping tensions in her later professional life. Connie Corleone was Shire's breakthrough role, but her career was not without challenges. She faced typecasting whispers of nepotism due to her brother Francis Ford Coppola's influence and missed opportunities arising from creative disagreements. Her personal life was equally turbulent, marked by marriages to composer David Shire and producer Jack Schwartzman, separations and challenges over family and children. Beyond her career, she endured public scrutiny, personal loss, and illness experiences that deepened her ability to portray a complex, tragic character. At age 79, Talia Shire has an estimated net worth of $20 million, built through a steady career, strategic family connections, and smart investments, leaving behind a legacy defined by resilience, artistry, and strategic foresight in cinema. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to catch our next content.